Use the code CHICKEN in the shop.
Guys, the chicken is here. We are back today with another Boom Beach video. In today's video, guys, we have your Season 38 abilities sneak peek. This season is going to be really interesting, guys, so I appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel. We're going to be posting updates in the season each and every single day like we always do. Also, I appreciate those of you using the code chicken in the shop. And big shout out to my friend Mr. OP Destroy is on the horn today. Apologize in advance. The audio is going to be a little echoey, but we're going to make it work. So thank you, OP, for coming on.
You're welcome, man. I'm in the bathroom, by the way. I'm just kidding. How you doing, man? Thanks for having me.
Great. So I think let's do it like this. Let's run through the tech tree first. Then we'll look at the deck layouts, and yeah, we'll do tech tree, season stats, deck layouts. So boom, let's get into it. So I'm gonna talk here for a sec, OP. Very interesting tech tree. So right out of the gates, I'll give you my thoughts, and then OP will give you his thoughts. But some interesting things to note. We have rocket launchers right at 3 engines. We have defensive building damage right out of the gates. We have heavies unlocked immediately, so that's going to be good for non-IT players and that kind of thing. And then it gets really interesting because we essentially have 2 paths that OP is going to dive into here in a sec. But after we go through 3, I mean, we really have to make the choice of whether we're going to tech ride really hard. You see, we've got artillery before 4 ERs, or we're going to go the kind of the bottom route and go defensive and grab the building health. So, OP, I'll let you take it from here. What are your thoughts on the season right out of the gate?
Hey, man. Yes, thanks for having me. And out of the gate, I see a lot of possibilities, right? I mean, we have these direct paths. Like, Flare is not easily accessible this season. You have to take a little dog path down from the GB to multi. So, Flare, if you want a Flare, man, you got to spend some keys to go down south. So it'll be interesting to see how many players do dive down and base ride, like you said, Chicken, with the building health. And then, heck, there's even Kavan right there.
There.
Yeah, that is going to definitely slow someone's roll from advancing to like 4 ER and beyond. But if you want a tech ride, this is where it's magical. There are 2 different scenarios, in my opinion, that could propel somebody potentially tech riding. The first one, Chicken, is depending on where you start, guys. And that's very crucial to this. I finished 23, so I'll be finishing rank 13. I'll start at rank 13, like you, Chicken. And I did my calcs, and I will be able to get to artillery and max my artillery, and seriously art out 2 ERs and rush the other one. So I don't know if that heavy rusher could beat that. But I think arting out 2 and just rushing 1 with riflemen, mind you. I'm not even going to max my heavies. Riflemen are getting maxed here. So that's scenario 1, where you could play that art meta, which is going to probably be really boring, but that could be done depending on where you finish and start this next season. Scenario number 2 is tech riding to, you guessed it, Seekers. You might ask, what? Are you kidding me? Well, no, I'm not, because you get smokes right before Seekers, right? If you want shocks, they're right above the Bombardiers. You have troop health at the beginning of 3 ER and troop damage. They don't require flares. And we have Crystal Shield Protector, the ability, right? We forgot to mention.
Yes, yeah, we have that right back here.
If you want to protect them, just throw that sucker on there, and they'll be protected. So, yeah, those are 2 possibilities if you want to tech ride. So that's all I got to say about that. And look, we got a Super Warrior too, man. Right after Seekers. So it just gets better as you tech ride.
Yeah, well said. So right out of the gates, I feel like this is why we love Warships, right? Because it's like, yes, you either commit this way or you commit this way, and we don't know what's going to be better. We don't, it remains to be seen. But whatever path you go, I think playing the balanced approach this season is really not the way to do it. I think if you're going defensive, you got to go all defensive. If you're going to go tech ride, you got to stick to that until at least you're getting to Seekers, and that's when it's probably going to pay off for you. But yeah, a lot of really interesting routes to go. Myself, I think I'm kind of leaning more towards like heavy flare, defensive. I know OP, you're set on the tech ride, and like you said, artillery right off the bat. If you can max that out at 3 engines, is that including if they have the building health that it takes? we'll be able to art out 2 of them?
Yeah, good question. Okay, so in order to do this successfully at 2, you need, I think, 78 GBE or 76. Oh man, I forgot. And the tech sheet planner shows you all that. That's how I got all this information. Now, if people don't have building health, I believe it's 4 artillery shells at max artillery is 62, 64 or something, and the ER is at 3 or what? Just 20,000. What's the ER? You already added BH, didn't you?
That's without BH.
All your stuff. So
at the end of the tree, yeah. It's 20K, I think, raw.
It's 20K. So 4 artillery shells will give you 24,000. 3 would only give you 18, so you need 4. If the building health comes into play, you need 5 for each ER.
Okay, so that's going to get expensive. So it's a gamble and it's risky, but if it pays off, that's probably a quick rank 17 or 18 right there.
I believe that's easy pushing the gold, in my opinion.
Yeah, exactly. So as we move forward here, the Seekers look extremely dominant this season for a couple reasons. Like OP said, we have the troop damage. This is the only troop health in the season. We'll get into the stats in a second, but Seekers look really dominant right out of the gates because the only thing that we really have to stop them are shock mines and then flamethrowers and machine guns. Other than that, we don't have shock launchers until after 6, so there's going to be a long time where Seekers are there. We have a lot of stuff that benefits Seekers. We have the ice shield, the crystal shield, which we typically don't even normally have. We have smokes right before them, and we have 2 GBE nodes, I think. So, we're going to have a lot of options for being able to protect the Seekers with, but
But also, too, for the mines, you might say, we got mines, we got boom mines, there's even shock mines right there. We have critters.
Too. So it could be a dirty opener for Seekers, and especially those Tech Rider guys, if they want to get Seekers or Rocket Choppers, they're all right there. So that's going to be really interesting. Let's move on and just kind of take a quick look throughout the rest of the tree. Overall, I really like the tech tree layout. I like the placements of everything. The only thing I don't like are tanks right here. I kind of wish they switched artillery with tanks. Other than that, it looks like, it looks good because we're going to have multiple paths that we can take, and they're going to be advantageous to, whatever you really commit to. And it's going to be interesting to see how those play out. So as we move from 5 into 6 into 7, I like how they put the explosive drones and the warriors back there where you don't need to pick them up. And I like how they put scorchers and mechs back here where you don't need to pick them up. Bullet next to some prototypes. That's going to be interesting. Bullets can be great for Seekers, so a lot of guys that are tech riding are probably going to rush straight into Bullet after that. And we have heavy choppers super late this season. Some people might not even be able to get to them. The third last node in the tech tree. What do you think of that, OP?
Yeah, that's insane. You want to know another awesome fact too? That building health up there, not many people will make it there.
Yeah.
So, how much do we have total on the boost? Can you put that up?
Oh, let's take a look at the season stats somewhere right there. Boom. So we have 100 DVD.
Basically, only 50% BH throughout the season, man. If you're lucky to get to that last node, you'll have 100. So, so you don't have that much building health this season to counter those Seekers. Just saying.
Again, something that points out to get into Seekers. I might go Seekers this season. I don't know. But overall, the stats, fairly balanced. DBD, 100. Troop health, only 50. But at least we get it very early. It's not like that season 36 where we had troop health at 50% at the very end of the tech tree. They've at least given us that. 150 GBE, that's good on a low troop health. We're going to have lots of abilities to protect us and stuff. Building health at 100, troop damage at 100, that's pretty balanced. So I think it favors the... other than the Seekers, I feel like it favors defense a little bit, depending on if you can get to that last building health. But we're going to see, and it's going to be interesting. But before we go, OP, let's take a look at the base layouts here, because these are actually really interesting. So obviously, I'm here at 70 hours on the developer build, but let's take a look at these layouts. So here we go at 2 engines. Whoops. Let me try to do this so we can actually talk about it at the same time. Stand by for technical difficulties. So there's a quick look on all of them. Let's change this. Okay, so let's start off now. So this is 2 ERs. Interesting, only one ramp. 3 engines, same thing, but it gets a little bit wider around the corner. The base layouts are pretty interesting. And then at 4 ERs, I think this is what we saw in this month on Boom. We've got the U layout. So, yeah. A lot of opportunities for rocket choppers here as we have that huge gap in flying troops in general.
Yeah, look at this that 5 ER. Go back to that 5 ER real quick.
I can. It's on the running slideshow.
That,
And then we have 6 with a big hole in the middle, and then 7 is totally wide open. But what did you say about 5, OP?
yeah, well, 5 is when you get the seekers, and there's 2 ramps. Split dropping seekers
Oh, God.
are going to own on that 5 ER layout.
Yeah. But again, guys, I don't want to feel like we're harping on the seekers too much, like it's the one and only option. There's a lot of things that do point to seekers this season, but at the same time, getting that DBD, getting those flamethrowers, we do have some sky shields in here somewhere. That's another thing, actually, in the seeker favor that I was not going to try not to go over, but we don't have a sky shield until, I think the only one is after 70 Rs, right?
1 sky shield 3.
Yeah, I think that's the only one, unless I'm mistaken, but I'm pretty sure that that's it. I mean, other than that, we've got some pretty solid defenses, but it's looking like a seeker runaway here. But
yeah, and like you said, Chicken, I'm not trying to say seeker's the only way to win. No, absolutely not. There's different ways to play this. This is what makes this game so unique, right? You get choices. You can go defensive, you can go base riding, or you can risk it for the biscuit and go all the way in and just push yourself. It might cost you. You might find yourself, oh man, I made a mistake, but that's Warships. So again, based off what I see, Seeker's going to be strong if you can get there as soon as possible.
yeah, man, absolutely. So it's going to be an interesting season. The one thing I didn't say is it is a 21-day, 3-week season. So 2 thumbs up for that. Always love the shorter seasons. Always better. Chest rank values, they're going to be the same as they are as always for a shorter season. 20 keys of gold, 25 of diamond, and what is it, 18 in iron, and 16 in stone. So that's it. That's all, guys. So let us know in the comments what you're thinking about this season. And OP, you're going live later today, I guess, right, with your tech tree special. You want to talk about that for a sec?
Oh, yeah, guys, thank you for that. Yeah, guys, soon, very soon, we'll be doing a live community tech tree build for a possible future season. So make sure you guys tune in and let's build a live tech tree together.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to be over there. I'm sure you're going to be talking about this season's tech tree as well. So if you guys want to hang out in like a live setting with a lot of the community, then head over to Ops channel at some point, probably a few hours after this post, roughly, give or take. And yeah, we hope to see you guys there. And yeah, it's going to be an interesting season. Like I said, let us know what you think down below in the comments. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Appreciate it if you use the code CHICKEN or code OPDESTROY in the shop. And we're going to wrap it up right there. Thank you, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Chicken out. Back.